I've been studying bizarre animal adaptations for years, but the Saiga antelope stopped me cold. Look at this face. That bulbous, drooping nose looks like someone inflated a balloon on its snout and forgot to tie it off. Most people see this and think mistake of nature, but I'm going to show you why this inflatable proboscis is one of the most sophisticated respiratory systems on the planet. This weird nose doesn't just help the Saiga survive, it's the reason they've endured for 250,000 years. So what's actually happening inside that bizarre schnoz? The Saiga's nose contains a labyrinth of convoluted nasal chambers lined with mucous membranes and dense vascular folds. When summer hits the Central Asian steppe, temperatures soar above 40 degrees Celsius, and the ground becomes a dust factory. Every step kicks up particles that would choke a normal animal. But here's where it gets fascinating. As air rushes through those nasal passages, the mucous membranes trap dust particles like a biological HEPA filter. The enlarged surface area, about 4 times larger than you'd expect for an animal this size, means more contact time for filtration. Now you might be thinking, okay, it's a fancy air filter, so what? But the thing is, this isn't just about keeping dust out. The vascular network in the nose also cools incoming air before it reaches the lungs. During those scorching summer migrations, when herds travel up to 1,000 kilometers across open steppe, every breath would normally superheat their core, temperature. Instead, the blood vessels in the nose act as a heat exchanger, preventing thermal stress. This means they can maintain their brutal pace without overheating, even when there's zero shade and the ground is radiating heat like an oven. And this is where the inflatable part becomes critical. The Saiga can actually adjust the volume of its nasal chambers by controlling blood flow to the tissues. When dust conditions are extreme, they can expand those passages to maximize filtration surface area. When they need more oxygen during a sprint, say when outrunning a wolf pack, they can redirect blood flow to open airways. It's like having a variable geometry turbocharger built into your face. What looked ridiculous suddenly becomes a precision instrument. Here's what's really interesting. That same nose that filters summer dust becomes a life-saving heater in winter. Steppe winters drop to minus 40 Celsius, and breathing that air directly would freeze lung tissue and waste massive amounts of body heat. The Saiga's nasal passages solve both problems simultaneously. As frigid air enters, it travels through those same convoluted chambers we talked about. But now the dense blood vessel network transfers heat from the body into the incoming air. By the time each breath reaches the lungs, it's been warmed to nearly body temperature and humidified to prevent tissue damage. This pre-warming system is so efficient that Saigas lose 40% less body heat per breath than similar-sized mammals in the same conditions. Let me show you why this matters for migration. Saigas don't hibernate or find shelter. They keep moving through the worst months, traveling between seasonal feeding grounds. A typical winter migration covers 600 kilometers in temperatures that would kill most animals in hours. Their respiratory efficiency means they can sustain a trotting pace of 12 kilometers per hour for days without exhausting their energy reserves. That weird nose literally powers their endurance, turning every breath into both oxygen delivery and climate control. After 250,000 years of steppe survival, that ugly proboscis has proven to be one of evolution's most elegant solutions to an impossible problem. So the next time you see something in nature that looks bizarre or broken, remember the Saiga. That inflatable, bulbous nose that makes them look like a cartoon character is actually a dual-season climate control system, dust filtration plant, and endurance enhancer rolled into one. It's the difference between extinction and survival on one of Earth's harshest landscapes. Sometimes evolution's best work looks absolutely ridiculous until you understand what's really going on.